I'm close to graduating and I'm still in this kind of loophole of if I want to do grad school in the future. I felt like this opportunity would help me gauge my interests. I've had the opportunity to go out in the field to collect bats and their guano 6 or 7 times, working with the Florida bonneted bat, which is an endangered species.
The students in my laboratory are working on investigating the habitat needs of wildlife in Florida. My undergraduate intern this summer was working with a master's student who is investigating the diets of bats. So we're trying to figure out which insects the bats consume, and we're particularly interested in knowing which insect pests the bats are feeding on.
We have these huge nets that are about 12 meters long, and we set 3 of them on top of each other so that they can be about 30 feet tall, essentially creating a giant volleyball net. And we go out to these randomly selected points that have the given habitat type that we want, so a given percentage of agricultural and forested, and we set up these nets and we go and check them every 10 minutes. And whenever we have a bat in the net, we remove them carefully, unharmed. We put them into a bag, we collect their guano, and we take basic biomorphic measurements. So we'll take their forearm length, their mass, their sex, their reproductive condition, and then we release them unharmed into the environment, having gotten all the information that we need. Each bat has a different metabolic need at any given night, which means they need to eat more or less. So for example, a lactating female is going to eat a lot more than a non-reproductive male. And that means that she's going to have to forage for longer and in different places, and is often going to have a completely different diet. So by taking it down as many details as we can try to figure out what are the factors that predict the diet of an individual, which help us create better models. So we need to really try to capture that diversity in order to understand what the impact is of the whole species.
Many individuals are afraid of bats and don't really understand why we might want to protect them. And so one of the reasons that we are investigating bats is to figure out which insects they're eating, and that way we can use that as a conservation message. So reasons that you might want to promote and enhance the number of bats on your property so that they can consume some of those insect pests that are problems in agriculture.